No solution seems to be in sight for the Zimbabwean worker. Majority of them earn salaries below the poverty line of $600 a month.
Today is a special day. It is a day that we observe in spite of the difficulties that we have had over the years, reaching rock bottom, particularly this year and this moment as we observe Workers' Day. The issue of conditions of service is an issue that we are seized with at the federation level. The different unions in education, the 9 unions that we represent in education, are making a strong voice to say government, the Employer Public Service Commission, must, as a matter of urgency and right now, as schools open on Tuesday next week, make sure that the issue of salaries has been addressed. It is a painful truth that the salaries are less than a third of the poverty datum line. It hurts that educators, teachers, personnel in education are working in an environment where their salaries and total remuneration cannot afford to take them to school and back every day of the month.
Members are crying, not just crying. Their tears might not be seen outside the country, might not be seen in the country, might not be seen even in their houses, but these tears are still dropping, drizzling day in, day out. The issue is we are not earning anything, but we are just doing a community service to our government. And we believe, imagine if someone is earning 7,000, 11,000 just as a take home, and the fee for a child is going to be pegged at 660 US. Even if we use the government rate, then it means this is a paralytic analysis a person can give he or herself. We mean our members are crying day in, day out that we are not earning anything.
Most workers are forced to supplement their pay with side hustles such as selling vegetables as well as selling second-hand clothes and groceries. Opposition leaders believe the current government has failed the worker and are calling on government to bring back the dignity to all workers.
There are a lot of challenges. The minimum wage is very low. Workers have no living wage. They have no decent wage. We want workers to be restored in their decency through a living wage, back to the minimum and the lowest paid in government, getting $540. As you know, the RTGS or the bond note has not meant anything because of inflation. As of April, inflation was at about 96.6. That tells you how difficult the situation is. The price basket has also been beyond the reach of many. That poverty is making life difficult for workers. And our commitment is to say, if we are to change the situation and to restore the dignity of workers, there has to be a change of government. A government that places priority to the dignity of workers, priority to the harmonization of all labor laws, priority to the alignment of our constitution and laws to the ILO conventions and stipulations.
However, the country's President Emmerson Mnangagwa has commended the country's workers and called on employers to improve the salaries and welfare of their employees in line with the country's growing economy.
A prosperous society is only possible if you as workers continue to play your part. As a country, we commend you for your efforts that have led to the present growth trajectory in our capacity utilization of companies, which is now at 66%. Through the hard, honest work of our workers, the Zimbabwean economy has now graduated from stabilization to growth. In this regard, your dignity as workers, your value, wages and salaries must be commensurate with the resultant improving macroeconomic fundamentals prevailing in the economy. Employers are challenged to respect and honor the efforts being made by workers in modernizing and industrializing Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwean workers find themselves stuck between a rock and hard place. On one hand, a worsening economic situation, while on the other, employers who are only caring about their profits. The biggest question now is either they make do with whatever they are earning or continue to demand better pay, remuneration and conditions. Schools open next week Tuesday, and educators have already threatened not to report for duty, citing incapacitation caused by the erosion of their salaries by high inflation. Khalihle Khumalo, SABC News.